gener8tor is the best partner a community can have to invest in its best and brightest. Unlike traditional venture capital, gener8tor's venture capital thesis is to invest in communities outside of traditional markets, like the Bay Area, New York, Boston. We find genius in every community. We partner with the community to introduce their entrepreneurial ecosystem to new capital, new mentorship, new forms of support that they traditionally otherwise wouldn't be receiving.
Huntsville is a great place for startups, for entrepreneurs, because there's a great ecosystem of business owners that have started here and they help each other. We at the Chamber have more than 2,100 member companies. More than 90% of them are small businesses. So there are a lot of companies that have been through the startup process. There are a lot of partnership opportunities here where companies will team on a contract and work together. gener8tor's been a great asset to our community. Not only do they bring a global presence and name recognition, but they're people that are dedicated to supporting startups and entrepreneurs. They are bringing expertise that we didn't have in the community. They're bringing in companies that we wouldn't normally see or hear from in Huntsville.
We're going to see the entrepreneurs that make such high returns possible. The entrepreneurs in this video come from all over the world. They come from Huntsville, Alabama. Regardless of where they were before they got here, it was this community that made it. Huntsville is what the Bay Area was in the 1980s. We're one of the smartest cities in the world, most PhDs per capita. The access to talent and wise mentorship, smart mentorship, is unprecedented in any other city in America.
We have the technologies, we have the companies, and now we have access to the capital to create the next billion-dollar exit. We don't even know what the future of our technologies will be. And we have investment and expertise across the board in aerospace technologies and biotech technologies and agriculture. So having the mix of industries and people and companies that we do really positions us to grow in ways that we never imagined.
We're a multi-unit food truck operation. We have a line of cocoa mixes that we've developed. 3 lines of cocoa mixes, a signature, a premium, and a vegan non-dairy. What inspired me to start the company was I saw a need for a premium dessert option. So I wanted to be that one to crack the market.
He was inspired to make the product his own because of supply issues. And I think that's what really catapulted his mind to creating his own batch, so you won't have to rely on anyone else.
Well, I always live by the motto, if you want it done right, then do it yourself.
He was looking for another option other than coffee.
We're revolutionizing it through our cocoa mixes, bringing it together. Those are options that you can't get elsewhere.
So with the Happy Pappy cocoa mix, you could definitely mix it with water. You really don't need anything else with it. You probably won't believe that you just mixed that with only water. That's how good it'll really be.
What we've done with our cocoa mixes, we was able to test it from the food truck operation, was able to tweak it over time, develop more recipes, and what we're doing now is packaging it. We now have it on Amazon Prime. You can buy it through our website, Shopify. So we are disrupting the market and having it grow out from there. December is traditionally our busiest month. Last year we had about $200,000 in cocoa sales. In December alone we had over 8,000 cups and over $30,000 in sales for the cocoa mixes. I was getting my UPC labels, packaging things ready to go for next year. I got into gener8tor and all of a sudden it just happened very quickly. I was able to tap the resources through gener8tor to get it to market a lot sooner than expected.
I remember he told me he was getting ready to work with gener8tor and do this. He said, hey, we need to make a lot of cocoa. As soon as he got on with gener8tor, he was like, oh, we need to make it right now. I know the generator company and the CPG, it kind of helped him really go ahead and get it all out there so he could go ahead and start seeing sales from it. Well, everybody doesn't always want coffee, but they usually want something to drink with the French pastry. The hot chocolate was the perfect pairing.
We do a lot of different events, even charitable events here in Huntsville. So we bring people together through our cocoa mixes, especially some of the cold weather type events, because we're that high volume, high flow operation, and we bring our cocoa mixes to market.
So iExpress Genes is a biotechnology company. We have created a revolutionary lab test.
We are developing a diagnostic tool to detect early signs of post-traumatic stress disorder. I worked in the University of Alabama in Huntsville for a pretty long time. In 2010, we had a horrific shooting, and I was one of the survivors. I got really interested in looking at the molecular basis of what drives us to behave differently as a result of a traumatic experience. Mental health is a real big issue. Experiencing a traumatic event is not only a psychological effect, but also has manifestation on physiology. Other than just publishing papers, I wanted to have some changes in my lifetime that have some practical aspect in improving human health.
As a 20-year combat veteran myself with a PTSD diagnosis, this is an opportunity to continue to serve, give back to a community that gave a lot to me. I think that a test like this and other preventative measures that are institutionalized is how we all revolutionize human health.
Really, it comes down to contributing to mental health mitigation.
I get up every single morning knowing that I can make a difference. Not just me, but this incredible team. We've been doing this without any guarantee of anything other than the opportunity to change the world. And I mean, if that's not a reason to get out of bed, I don't know what is. On the business side, we've raised $350,000 in the last month. We have soft commits on another, 1.7, 1.9. We have funds on hand right now to execute the plan as it needs to be. Everything above that is really risk mitigation. We're going to market. We're going to do this. But the place that we needed support and help was with a larger network to get the exposure to the investor networks and potential collaboration partners, and really force us to professionalize. If it wasn't for the gBETA program, I don't know that we would have had that mechanism of change in place to force us to get to that place.
When we started this, we really wanted to work with the military personnel. And that's why Huntsville was a very appropriate environment to do these kind of things.
We are pioneering new technology and deploying it from here in Huntsville. Besides the jobs that we'll eventually have and the taxes and everything we'll pay, the ecosystem of success that we're contributing to, we can do it here. We put a man on the moon. We can do just about anything we need to. And I think we're another proof point of that.
I think that Huntsville is ideal for us to grow and as well as to serve our community and beyond.
We are involved in reforestation carbon removal credits. We want to plant billions of trees across the world to basically change this environment. What we do is a plastic container that basically takes the tree and makes thousands of roots instead of one. So when you plant it, it grows 2 to 3 times faster, but more importantly, has a 95% survival rate. To prove it, we use a digital ledger technology linked with satellite, so the person who has bought the carbon removal credit can see their tree grow over 50 years. What people don't realize is when you plant a tree, it's much more than removing carbon. You bring back the pollinators, you bring back the birds, you improve the water table, the soil quality, you create food, employment, and I think there's nothing more important than a tree. I want to be known for the man that helped plant billions of trees across the world. It's really what my passion is. The earth has about 40% of the trees that it had 200 years ago. And what we need to do is replace that tree stock. And in doing that, we'll improve the biodiversity. But more importantly, we'll improve the quality of life. We're actually bootstrapped right now. I have myself and another part-time employee. In our development, we had negotiated with Ripple, and they were really excited what we're doing, so they've funded our platform. We'll have 100,000 carbon removal credits online for sale. We're cash flow positive, and we're out looking for the right investor that would like to partner with us to really help plant billions of trees. I was able to partner with other people in the sustainability industry that have given me all kinds of leads, as well as people who want to invest in the company, and it's all because of gener8tor. And I'm still getting calls and emails because of the gener8tor relationship. Well, I'm hoping it will help Huntsville diversify from its military infrastructure. Huntsville could be known as basically a climate center that can really change people's lives.
Ashy Skin is a luxury skincare line. It's an all-in-one. It's an all-natural oil base where it cleanses, corrects, protects, and nurtures the skin, and it embodies when you look good, you feel good. So our mission is to bring awareness of bridging the gap between mental health and your skin health and how it actually impacts you in your everyday life. I have this unique experience with military and modeling. I wanted to say that skin is like a superficiality when they think about beauty, but if you understand that you're working from the inside and out, then we can have a different goal in mind and mission in improving, educating people about their mental health and things of that nature. Simultaneously lowering suicide, and bridging that gap and lowering those aspects as well. The more we get the word out there, the more we can impact and touch other areas of the world that other brands may not. We're pretty much growing. I have a huge following on social media, so we're touching a lot of people there through e-commerce. We have a growing waiting list. With customers' feedback, we're gonna utilize that survey to drive our products in the future after our launch in 2025. gBETA has definitely added value. Be a part of their platform, having those relationships, and as well as resources. Getting that word out there, educating people, connected to a lot of other founders, and we all created that relationship where it added value to my company. Being a part of that community has been a true enlightenment.
Check My Spot is a skin lesion screening platform designed to bring skin cancers to treatment much earlier.
So what Check My Spot does is it allows users to upload cell phone photos of a lesion they're worried about.
It will be routed to a board-certified dermatologist who will review that case to let them know if it is okay or they need to come in soon to have it addressed.
Early detection matters for skin cancer, and skin cancer is on the rise. So our passion was to get these serious skin lesions to care sooner and break down those barriers to care.
There's a window of opportunity when you treat skin cancer to catch it early before it spreads. So when I see people come in and it's 46% chance of survivability, if they had come in months sooner, we could have had them in a 99% survivability. What we're doing new is to say, we can take these limited dermatologists right to you and to your problem.
By doing this with a device that everyone has in their pocket, we're opening a digital door to make dermatologic care more accessible and affordable to everyone. And we think that's going to be a huge tool in the fight against skin cancer.
This is a service that not only improves survivability, it also reduces costs in the burden of healthcare. The app is up and running. We're very excited about that. We have 1,400 downloads. We've got a 5-star rating.
477 accounts created, and we've screened 86 lesions and issued reports. When we started gBETA, my husband's a dermatologist. I'm a former medical malpractice litigator. We are not entrepreneurs. I did not know what an ideal customer was, what an executive summary was, and gBETA taught me all of those things and more.
It takes a lot of fuel to get a train out of the station. gener8tor has helped us understand not only how to get that train moving, but where to take it, where to go, and how the map to follow.
Because of all the things we learned in gBETA, we were accepted into the HudsonAlpha AgTech Accelerator, which has even moved us further down the line in our journey towards success. We are proud to be from Alabama, and that's why we have launched in Alabama. And we are hoping to set an example to not only disrupt teledermatology for the benefit of patients and providers, but just to join in this entrepreneurial community.
What we want to see is to advance North Alabama, Huntsville, the whole technology area, and fuse it with healthcare to help the folks in Alabama and be a shining example of what others should follow out and beyond as we grow.
gBETA is a non-investment accelerator program for gener8tor. Through a very network-driven approach, we support the entrepreneurs to be ready to accept investments or join an investment accelerator program. During the program, the founders are connected to at least 30 mentors and 25 investors. So they have the chance to not only increase their networking, but also to practice their pitch, validate their investment thesis, and grow from there. So we have already over 40 alumni only here in Huntsville. We graduate over 20 companies every year, and the companies here already raise over $8 million post-program. For gBETA, we're looking for startup companies that are still on post-MVP early traction. We really focus on increasing that traction, so we expect the companies to have 20% month-over-month growth. And during the program, we focus a lot on getting sales, preparing them to pitch investors and get accepted to an investment accelerator program.
My name's Andy Whitehead. The name of the company is Fig Brew. I'm one of the co-founders along with Marianne. Fig Brew is a manufacturer of a roasted fig beverage that's used both as a coffee alternative and as a coffee supplement, something you add before brewing to your favorite brew to moderate the acid and caffeine. I think gBETA, its real benefit is to craft your message, not just to the customer, which is very important, but to the founder and the employees. What is your mission statement? And so the impact has been multifold. We've changed our packaging, we've changed our business strategy in terms of how we spend money on certain types of marketing. So I'd say there's probably not many aspects of our business that wasn't impacted by our gBETA experience.
I'm Blair Blacker. I'm the CEO of gBETA USA. We're a super cool startup company. We take the nutrients in human hair and chicken feathers with a dose of moringa leaf, crafting biostimulants that make plants grow faster, increase crop yield by up to 20 to 25%, lessening the amount of chemical fertilizers we have to use, and increasing the health of the plants and regenerating the soil. So we're using the world's waste to clean up our mess. Part of our journey is, as a military officer, retired as a colonel, I served a hard tour in Vietnam, Air Cavalry. We did a lot of work in the jungles, and as part of our strategy, we defoliated tens and thousands of acres. So part of our journey is to help restore what we destroyed over time, help rebuild that country, and of course it is now an ally of ours. So we're super enthused about that aspect of what we're doing also. It made great sense to have the opportunity, once we were selected for the gener8tor program, to refocus who and what we were and move to where we could receive the adequate support, the proper leadership and mentorship to turn us into the company we are. I personally have relocated to Huntsville. I'm super enthused to be here. I'm looking forward to it. We have production facilities and our raw materials located in Ozark, Alabama. Our production center is located in Ayrton. So we're a Wiregrass-based company and a Huntsville, Alabama-based company. I say a hoo-ah to that.
Yeah, so Huntsville has a very diverse background, not just in technology. Obviously, you have Marshall Space Flight, Redstone Arsenal, but it is also the birthplace of contract manufacturing. And that's something not a lot of people are aware. It was started right here in the Tennessee Valley. And so the remnants of this manufacturing still play a part today. And so you have a very diverse group of engineers, scientists supporting rocket-based development, as well as, lower tech, but much more applicable manufacturing capability to what Fig Brew does today. So that all plays into a part of, why we chose Huntsville to start it and what resources we have at our disposal.
Specifically in terms of the gener8tor HudsonAlpha program, it has made the difference from us being a messy startup to a very organized, very cool, messy startup. So it has given us the focus to move forward with the first burst of infusion other than a friends and family round, and allowed us to meet the appropriate people who can help us and invest in the company.
We're really excited about the impact that the companies here in Huntsville are having. Alone, they created over 120 jobs, representing an economic impact of over 100 million. As a spoiler for 2025, we're also launching a new program to support the companies that have an idea but didn't launch a product yet. So pre-gBETA, it's going to be called Spark. So stay tuned for more information on that.
We are disrupting small and medium-sized businesses and helping them integrate with AI, making it easier for them to adopt AI into their processes so that they can become more efficient and reduce costs in their operations. I was a former Army Ranger, and after getting out from the Ranger Regiment, I've been a contractor for the DoD for over 10 years. The reason why we started Allset was I know a number of people that have the same problem of cybersecurity reporting specific for the DoD. That if one person's having that same problem, you're probably not the only one. There's multiple people that are either have the same question or have the same issue. A lot of people don't know what they don't know about AI or how it can help them, but they know that it can help them. And the people that can adapt to using AI and can integrate with it and are comfortable with it, they will replace the people that refuse to use it or to integrate with it. Used in the right way and built in the right way can improve just our quality of life. And at the end of the day, I think that's a pretty awesome way to help people. Currently, we've been doing some work for a transportation and logistics company just to see if we could find some specific data in some files. And in doing so, we kind of proved ourselves and proved our capabilities that we can do this. Something that would have taken them several months potentially to find all this data. It took us just a few days, saved them thousands of dollars in the process of potential fines. We've had some conversations with some healthcare companies. We're getting more interest from other entities, a couple of different markets. gBETA, it's been tremendous in providing the connections and the exposure that we were looking for. I think that was one of the biggest things. Once we realized that we had this AI integration services to provide, it was how do I market it? How do we make connections? How do we know who we're going after? And speaking with the folks at gBETA, it's all been about understanding that message and then focusing it. Well, we envision Huntsville being the leader in AI integration. We can drive that change for the rest of the country and showing that it's capable and showing the possibilities and showing how these smaller and medium-sized businesses can compete with much larger businesses by leveraging that AI that's integrated in.
Player Intro is a platform that connects young amateur athletes with top professional NCAA and youth sports coaches.
We are a marketplace platform that connects coaches and players together for a one-on-one virtual call for mentorship.
So what inspired us to start Player Intro and me is the fact that both my co-founder and I grew up in non-traditional hockey markets where hockey traditionally isn't as accessible, so we didn't have access to coaching resources, mentorship, even players that we can look up to.
We would travel very far just to play one game, and we didn't really have anyone there that could offer mentorship for us. So we wanted to develop something that was combating kids now across the world.
What drives my passion behind Player Intro is helping young athletes have a new avenue to access the best material. We're revolutionizing the world by creating a platform where young players are able to access different sports coaches that were previously inaccessible.
I think just by opening doors for players to have access to people who have ultimately a large impact on those players.
Our traction is very exciting. So we're about 5 months old now, and we have about 350 users.
We have 70 providers or experts and coaches that are enrolled on the platform, and we've facilitated about 30 bookings.
The gener8tor program benefited our company in a few different ways. First and foremost, I think being access to mentors and great business minds that we can really lean on to learn different skills and see what they're thinking and hear their input on our company specifically has been a really big thing for us.
I think there's a very valuable resource when it comes to people and their experiences. So being able to have access to an internal network of different industries and different business types and different business models, I think has aided us a lot in shifting our perspective and being able to do it the right way.
Player Intro contributes to the benefit of the Huntsville community because our goal is to make youth sports more accessible, and by doing that in the Huntsville community, we're hoping that more and more athletes feel comfortable with coming to Huntsville. It'll really expand the youth sports industry within Huntsville, which will have a trickle-down effect for the rest of the Huntsville economy.
We have a hockey program in Huntsville, and a lot of times the track record shows that they leave to go north. All players from Huntsville will be able to benefit talking to phenomenal mentors from all of North America.
I'm the co-CEO of Fluyo, a language learning mobile game and the most fun and effective way to learn a language ever created. So inside Fluyo, there's a couple different things that are important to understand. First one, and most importantly, because we're trying to teach you, is our language learning loop. We use a unique approach where we don't just gamify practice. We want to actually teach you. So you start out learning grammar in interactive audio lessons. And then from there, you'll learn specific vocabulary lessons that fits with the grammar that you just learned. So we aren't just dumping random words on you, and we aren't just dumping random concepts and sentences. After you get done with that, you'll really get into the meat of playing the game inside of Fluyo. Everything that you do will be powered up by practice. Beyond that, you'll connect with people from all around the world through our social system, and you'll play games with them online against each other and in support of each other over time. When our team set out to create Fluyo, we were appalled that so many language learning apps did so few things well. Even the ones that got referred to learners all around the world tended to focus on one specific thing and not the complete picture. We set out to make an all-in-one language learning app that really did all of the things well that so many other tools kind of touch on the surface of, but don't deliver the full package. We say internally that we make people fluent, and that's sort of our goal. We want to teach the world another language and connect people across the world, both inside Fluyo in our social systems and in our games. We want to help people meet new friends, play alongside other people all around the world, and we want to go and connect people culturally as they travel, connect with family and friends, and generally just learn about places other than where they're from. Fluyo is launching December 12th, 2024. We're currently in beta with about 4,000 beta testers. We're the highest funded app on Kickstarter ever with a little over 1.2 million in pre-sales. And we've got a little over 150,000 people on our waitlist. When we launch the app in December, we'll offer Japanese, Spanish, Korean, French, and German. And we're aiming to add in January, Portuguese, Dutch, and Italian. The gener8tor program has done a fantastic job of connecting us with mentors and really helping us develop the skills that we need to grow as a company and become better. I'm excited to be able to represent Fluyo inside of the Huntsville startup ecosystem. There's a lot of entrepreneurs in Huntsville, and they're really starting to build a network that can tap into Huntsville's amazing talent and resources inside the city.
gener8tor matches Americans suffering from permanent hair loss with hair transplant clinics all over the world.
We are a marketplace for overseas hair transplants.
DocTours makes it extremely simple to find, book, compare, and pay for hair transplants anywhere in the world.
There's 100 million Americans in medical debt. That's almost 1 in 3 Americans. DocTours is revolutionizing the world because we're going to eliminate that. Because medical tourism offers a high quality but much lower cost alternative to that.
I think people are slowly waking up to the realization that healthcare is just as good, if not better, in other countries. And I think we just want to give everybody the opportunity to receive great healthcare.
I've been balding since I was 21, much earlier than any of my peers. After trying non-surgical treatments, I looked into transplants all over the world, and I found that top clinics here in the US charge 4 times as much as anywhere else in the world for comparable quality. And in order to pay, I had to carry cash overseas. I found out in communities online that I wasn't the only one, so I started this company to solve the problem for myself and others like me. We have onboarded 9 clinics onto our platform. We just got 1 in the US as well. Our clinics are in 6 different countries. For the past month, we've been focusing heavily on the demand side, so getting eyeballs on our site to complete bookings.
Bruin was balding and he was trying to get a hair transplant. And the clinic he wanted to go to, we looked them up on Reddit and it said they were the butcher of Ankara. So they were a terrible clinic that messed up people's hairs all the time, but he had just found out through social media and he didn't know any better. And once we saw that, we realized he wasn't alone and we knew we had to fix it. gBETA has been super helpful. I mean, I don't know where we would be without gBETA.
gener8tor really helped us understand that no clinic is going to turn away demand, and that we really need to focus our energy on driving eyeballs to our site. So since we started this program, we've been heavily focused on just the demand and getting folks coming on our site to complete a booking.
Say the next one is IVF. From there, dental, and then anything else.
DocTours came to Huntsville from New York because we won the Sweet Home Alabama grant. It's been great for us. We have loved Huntsville. We will be here for at least another year.
We all want to build. We want to build the community, and we need to build an aftercare network. People go get care overseas, and then they come back, and they need to have somewhere to go, and we want Huntsville to be that hub.
We moved here from New York, where we went to founders events all the time, and we really want to bring that culture to Huntsville and build up the entrepreneurial spirit in Huntsville that's there.
Knit Sheets is a line of linens that addresses different challenges for different industries. When I innovated the fitted sheet, I thought, why no one just make it easier? So I redesigned the fitted sheet. I have worked as a housekeeper in the hospitality and house cleaning industries for over 23 years. During that time, I made the beds over 20,000 times. So I got tired of waiting for someone to solve a very common problem in these industries, and I just decided that I was going to do it myself. I know by my own experience how hard it is to change beds. My passion is to help people decrease the workload. Knit Sheets has several patents granted within United States and internationally. Along the way, I have made scattered sales here and there, amounting to close to $100,000. We have penetrated the hospitality market successfully. As an entrepreneur, as an inventor, we're known for being all over the place. Now, I'm here at the gener8tor program, focusing on how I'm going to go to market. I thank God every day for the opportunity to have me here. We just moved to Huntsville, Alabama, but I even started daydreaming, what if I can have headquarters here? What if I can have a small manufacturing place? I truly hope that we can contribute with the economy of Huntsville, of the state, of the United States.
Purchase your tracks today.
Since I learned about the gener8tor program in 2022, the activity level has literally exploded. It's been a monumental shift in activity and just meeting new people and new companies, and the activity level around it is amazing.
I love startup. I love working with founders. I love the energy that kind of comes with it.
You have to be a little bit crazy and delusional to be in this world, and I'm both of those. So it's a natural fit for me to be working with those that also think they can change the world.
Was motivated to become an angel investor in Huntsville back in 2022 when I learned about the entrepreneurs really willing to relocate and build their businesses here in North Alabama as they grew. That was attractive to me, and a way to give back to the community and help grow and diversify the economy here.
Generally speaking, like the value of a mentor, this is what I was telling some folks earlier, some founders, is I don't have all the right answers, but I also know where a lot of the mistakes reside because I've made those mistakes. So maybe telling someone, I know you're probably thinking about this because that's something I thought about too. And this is the path that I went down. And this is the pros and cons of going down that path. Or this is why you probably shouldn't go down that path if you're thinking that. Or there are other questions that I can maybe lend a hand because I've been in your exact same shoes before.
Yeah, I think as an angel investor, understanding the original fund was new. I've not done that before. So this is kind of a new way of making an investment for my family. Attracted me to a couple of companies in particular where I did make a further on investment.
I think if you're willing to give back and if you're willing to share some of your experiences, not just the good ones, but mostly like the bad and the ugly ones, then it could be a good fit for you. Sometimes I think you learn more from folks that have failed than you do from the ones that have had success, right? There's a survivorship bias. So I know personally I've grown and I've learned a lot from people that have said, like, I had a startup and it failed and here's why. So you don't necessarily have to have had $1 billion exit, and you don't necessarily have to be at the helm of 500 people and be doing work internationally to be prepared to be a mentor.
I think the growth potential overall as an angel investor is amazing. So that part is very attractive. It's kind of easy to get that connection there. When you really get into very specific companies, then the attraction grows and it magnifies.
Now I'm excited for the future of Huntsville. I'm excited for gBETA and everything that they're doing. I think that this has had a lot of success, but the real proof will be in the pudding. So in the years to come, we're planting seeds and then we're going to see them grow here very shortly.
Zygraph is an agricultural biotechnology company. We are like the packaging, the bubble wrap that goes around something that's fragile, but for things you want to deliver inside a cell. One of the problems with cancer drugs is that they hit cells that are unintended, so you get side effects. Our technology targets rapidly dividing cells, growing cells, so we can kill the target very efficiently, or deliver nutrients very efficiently to a plant, animal, or human. What inspired me to start the company was my interest in human health. So I worked in the pharmaceutical industry as a clinical researcher for 2 decades. And I was fortunate enough to be introduced to the professor of plant agriculture at the University of Guelph, who had a really exciting technology. It sort of ticked all the boxes. Natural product, biodegradable, so an ideal drug delivery technology. Our nanotechnology, it's stable at room temperature. So we have much broader applicability, and we're going to revolutionize agriculture, food, and pharma with this technology. We have a product that we've just launched 2 months ago in the United States for humans. It's a dietary supplement called Cholestalo. It uses our technology to deliver nutrients that we don't eat enough of in the North American diet. And as a result, your cells become more efficient and it helps manage your cholesterol levels. And we've had a lot of interest from big food companies, and as well as the work that we're doing in the lab that's just about to go into field trials with our novel fertilizers and pesticides that are using RNA. So they target one species and don't cause toxicity to anything else in the environment. The gener8tor HudsonAlpha AgTech Accelerator has been fantastic for our company. We're only halfway through the program, and we've met so many investors that are interested in our technology. It's a great ecosystem. I'm really just blown away by the quality of the people and the quality of the work in the industry that's here. Huntsville is mostly an engineering, rocket city type of place with an emerging biotechnology sector. And I see us as a great contributor to the diversity of biotech companies that are in the area. It's an exciting opportunity to be in a leadership position as the biotechnology sector in the area grows.
gener8tor is an in-house secured no-code genomics platform helping molecular geneticists for enhanced research efficiency and accelerated innovations in agri-genomics. Think of it like a Google for genomics data. If there is no Google, where were we getting the information from? Now we take a phone and ask the question and you get the answer. So you are saving a lot of time for yourself. That is what gener8tor is doing for the scientists. When I worked as a scientist using genomics data, I have a personally first-hand experience. The difficulties we all scientists face to manage and mine the sequence data without coding skills. So that is the story behind founding gener8tor. Today, they made it accessible to everybody so that everybody can reach faster and get the information faster respectively. Through our no-code genomics platform, we are helping the scientists to easily mine and manage the data, get the insights quicker to solve the world problem in agriculture. We empower the scientists with the suitable tools so that they can get the scientific insights faster with high precision. We have a core three-tier team members. So we have all the required expertise to build a successful startup company. We have raised more than $323,000 in investments and grants. And we have already validated our 3 platforms through clients. And currently we are working with over 6 clients. And just this year, we are selected as one of the top 50 agri startups globally. Being part of the HudsonAlpha Accelerator program and gener8tor, we got access to world-class investors, mentors, and they made a lot of connections to our potential customers that made our company's growth stronger and faster for us. As an agri-tech startup, we always we are committed to make a strong impact in agriculture. We can shape the future of agriculture in Alabama and Huntsville.
At ExtraSense, we create pest monitoring technology that identifies insects and animals 24/7. We then prevent businesses from having infestations and having it spread. You don't want bugs in your food and your farm, so we tell you where they are before they make a big mess out of it. The pest control industry is focused on chemical treatments once a pest infestation is found. We want to create a sustainable pest management process that detects and prevents pests and thereby reducing the use of pesticides. When I was a kid, I remember pouring a bowl of cereal and finding a bug in it. And I remember turning to my mom and saying, how is this possible? So, later on in life, I had a chance to visit farms in Sinaloa, in Florida, and I kept seeing farmers, losing their crops to pests. And so that bug kept nagging me. And that's why I decided to, drop my corporate life and build a new kind of pest control. We were very lucky. We had good traction almost since inception. We had a first pilot almost as soon as the company was born with a company called Terminix. Since then, we have another pilot with General Mills, and through the program, we've got a bunch of other pilots that are looking to test our technology. Also, because of early backers, we were able to raise about $385,000 of venture capital. We have about 6 employees between engineers, data scientists, and entomologists, so we're very excited. Being in the East Coast is very challenging to access the agriculture and food production industry. So moving to a place like Alabama makes total sense for us. So, through the program and through introductions from the managing director, we're able to contact people in the industry, and that's helped accelerate our growth substantially. When we first came to Huntsville the first day, I didn't know what to expect, and I'm so pleasantly surprised to find so many different people, such a diverse ecosystem, not only from the people perspective, but also technology. And so we're hoping to grow a company and be able to hire a talent from here. And ultimately, our solution helps the environment, not only in farms, but also in locations where we grow, to protect our food and the people who grow it.
HudsonAlpha is a nonprofit research institute that focuses on using the power of genomics, so the study of DNA, and how that DNA relates to everything from human health, rare diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, cancers, and agricultural issues around how you create crops that are more resilient, that thrive in the midst of changing climates.
The HudsonAlpha AgTech Accelerator program, powered by gener8tor, is a partnership between the HudsonAlpha Institute for Biotechnology, which specializes in some of the top-tier genomic research in the nation, and gener8tor, one of the best VC firms deploying capital into early-stage startups. It is an investment accelerator. We put our money where we believe the next agricultural innovations are going to be. We invest $100,000 into each company we bring into our cohort. We find our companies all over the world. We don't have a regional thesis, but our investors are from Alabama, so they are going to win when these companies win.
So community support is vital to really any community, especially a growing ecosystem like Huntsville. With community support, we could provide better access to mentors, investors, even networking opportunities that some of these founders wouldn't otherwise get access to. I've learned firsthand, I've seen firsthand in my job how vital community support is as it relates to the success and even resilience of our startups here in Huntsville.
HudsonAlpha has a real interest in entrepreneurship and in helping companies grow at every stage, from idea generation to honing a pitch to finding a location and growing and expanding. And an AgTech Accelerator was a logical connection given all of the agricultural science and research that takes place here on the campus and our natural focus towards entrepreneurship and really building that biotech ecosystem. Having the AgTech Accelerator at HudsonAlpha has really been so exciting. First of all, you have this group of entrepreneurs that are excited about their idea and that are interacting with each other and interacting with our people on our campus. It also is a way for us to talk about the mission of the Institute and why we do what we do, and to draw connections between our community and the accelerator companies.
I think the vision that we share at HudsonAlpha for the future of life science and the ecosystem of the Ag Accelerator is it complements exactly what we're trying to do, attract new startups to the campus in this area and manifest and translate that into jobs in the ecosystem. We have the highest percentage of PhDs within the Huntsville area, so we have a talent pool. And if you think about $100,000 spent in Silicon Valley versus $100,000 spent in Huntsville, and those are really important. As small as that dollar amount sounds, it's really important to a startup how far they can push their cash. And they come onto our campus, they have a great workforce potential around them, along with scientists and others that are experiencing this to help mentor them. And this allows them to take that opportunity and give them a little bit more runway for success.
Community stakeholders play a crucial role in the development of what we're trying to build here at gener8tor in Huntsville. In Huntsville, we're particularly lucky to have amazing partners and sponsors. So thank you, RCP, the Apollo Foundation, Innovate Alabama, who are all collectively alongside gener8tor working toward creating a more innovative future here in Huntsville. A great example of how we came together as a community recently was through the Sweet Home Alabama grant in partnership with the East Center out in Decatur, where we were able to offer 12 months worth of free rent to founders looking to move to Huntsville and establish themselves here in the community. So we're really grateful for all of our supportive partners. They're not only financially supporting us, but are supporting us strategically throughout our program.
see produce in a mobile application to detect freshness and quality of produce. And with that, grocery store can implement sell date for produce and reduce produce waste by giving discount on year-ending produce items.
At See Produce, we are trying to reduce produce waste using our AI application, where you can take a picture and we will tell that it is going to expire, so they can in advance know that their produce is going to expire. And See Produce is helping them to figure out how long that produce is going to last.
Our mission is to ensure whatever the farmers are making on the farm to ends in a plate with a good quality. With that, grocery store can save money and also consumer can save money.
I literally want to reduce the produce waste from the industry by helping pack the produce. It will be faster and it also do the quality check.
We have one pilot program running in Netherlands with 75 stores, and our first paid customer is in Huntsville, Alabama, and we want to work very close with them.
The gener8tor program helped us a lot. We were having the issue in customer acquisition. They are giving us the connections which we never thought about we can get it.
We are reducing produce waste in the grocery stores in Huntsville, Alabama. Every produce you buy in Huntsville, we are going to make sure that is fresh. And also people are very nice here. People say Southern hospitality.
People here in Huntsville is really very genuinely very kind. I feel like a home.
Twin Farms is streamlining the $1 trillion global produce trade with a B2B marketplace that directly connects Latin American farmers with US buyers.
Twin Farms is designed to simplify the entire process, handling everything from sales to logistics. That's what Twin Farms is all about, empowering communities.
My inspiration basically began from all the agricultural communities I have worked along with. I have seen every side of the produce trade. The agricultural supply chain can include up to 15 intermediaries, creating high transaction costs.
So I grew up in Ecuador, where I was lucky enough to enjoy fresh, incredible food from local farmers. Pablo opened my eyes. He showed me how hard it can be for farmers to get fair prices. With my background in tech, I saw a way to bridge the gap.
We are revolutionizing the world by reimagining the agricultural supply chain, creating systems where farmers can sell directly to conscious customers, which strengthens their communities and also supports sustainable practices.
Twin Farms goes beyond just a marketplace. It's a movement towards a food system where every purchase has a purpose and every product has a story.
Our traction today, we are on an exciting stage. We have secured USDA import permits. We have established food safety programs.
We've completed our MVP, a web app that's currently in soft launch, and already have 60 pre-launch subscribers. Our farmer network spans over 18 countries, which gives us a strong foundation to support growth.
The gener8tor program has been transformative for Twin Farms, helping us refine our strategy and strengthen our network.
One of the best parts of the HudsonAlpha Accelerator program has been the mentorship. The program has equipped us as well with essential tools and a solid foundation to take Twin Farms to the next level. It's exciting to be part of Huntsville's growth as a center of AgTech innovation, building partnerships that help create more connected and ethical food system, starting right here in our community.
Twin Farms is contributing to the Huntsville community by sharing our mission of ethical, transparent food sourcing. We're helping building a network of conscious buyers who value transparency and quality as well.
My company, gener8tor Agriculture, we build camera systems that allow farmers to remotely manage their crops. They can see what's going on their phone or laptop. Basically, we detect all the issues that your farm has throughout the day, 24/7, so they can be able to know, what their problems are for the day. I was working as a banker, and one day I had a client tell me that we need to grow 70% more food by 2050, or we were headed towards global conflict. And that inspired me to build a vertical farm in Charlotte, and it was extremely challenging. And when I went to talk to farmers about what the challenges were for them, they were telling me they could barely handle it themselves. And so I thought to myself, what if we could automate the crop checking process so farmers can have more time solving problems rather than finding them? And that's where the idea for Druid was born. Farmers generally have to work most of their lives in order to make their farm and their livelihood work throughout their careers. And it just didn't seem fair that any of these modern careers, they have all these access to modern technologies and farmers don't. And we see it as, with working with Druid and all of our partners, we can provide farmers with all those tools and technologies, and this way we can bring in a new age of agriculture and make farms significantly more productive. So we've had 7 pilots up till this point. We've had a variety of partners, including Microsoft, many universities, and we've won pitch competitions in North Carolina. We've won $30,000 in pitch money, and we've also won some grants as well. gener8tor has been incredibly influential. We've been able to make partnerships and find new opportunities within a few weeks that would have taken us years otherwise. So thanks to gener8tor, we're going to be able to grow significantly faster, and it's going to make us a much more comprehensive and better opportunity. There's a lot of collaborative opportunities, a lot of collaboration between all the startups, and that's an extremely powerful thing, and that's truly a special thing, especially in the investment world. So Huntsville has been very good to us so far. We found a lot of great people here that have been able to help us in many different ways. We found mentors, we found investors and potentially partners, and we think that there's a lot of potential in Huntsville to help for Druid to build our company in Alabama and continue to develop the agriculture industry in the state.
Well, my. Look at what y'all have done. Everything we've seen tonight is in part because of you, our mentors, our investors, and our community stakeholders that have made this possible. This city is like no other city in America. This is Rocket City. This is a smart place. Here in Huntsville, Alabama, we are growing these companies. We are making them into venture-backable businesses that will bring jobs, that will bring energy, that will bring capital into our town. We can't thank you enough on behalf of gener8tor, on behalf of the HudsonAlpha AgTech Accelerator, powered by gener8tor, and our gBETA program sponsored by RCP. Thank you. We invite you all to join us as we continue over the years to invest in the best and brightest startups and entrepreneurs that our city can offer, and the ones that we bring to this town to engage with them. Join us in our mentor swarms. Join us in our up-and-coming, vibrant angel investor ecosystem. I promise you won't be disappointed. We're on a really fun trajectory to make this town the best entrepreneurial ecosystem the world has yet to see. One of the most unique benefits of Huntsville, Alabama, and our mentorship community is providing access to quite literally new heights. In every city in America, you can build a business, and the sky's the limit. Here in Huntsville, Alabama, we build rockets. The sky is not our limit. The sky is our baseline.